I've been wanting to do this video for a while, as this is a question I've seen asked towards me and online all the time. Where is a good place to start when watching Stardom? Whenever getting into a wrestling promotion, the hardest part is jumping into storylines that have been going on for sometimes years. A new viewer can really feel like they are missing some important information when certain events or a person is referenced. So for this video, I will be going over some good points to jump in depending on how far back you are willing to start. So let's get to it. The simplest answer would always be just to start from the creation of Stardom in 2011. But there are many things wrong with that choice that would deter most people. The main thing is that most of the matches from 2011 to 2016 are not uploaded and unable to be seen pretty much anywhere. So while there is some benefit to watching the ones that are uploaded, there is no point in starting there. Most of the women who wrestled during those years are all gone, so you really don't miss out on any references when watching current day Stardom. So I would recommend to all, after deciding when to start watching Stardom, once you are caught up, you should watch some of the older videos when you have free time while waiting for the next show to come out. Unfortunately, everything before 2016 is not subtitled, so don't expect to get much story when watching it if you don't know Japanese. The best place to start for those that care about the story of all of the top people right now would definitely be from the very first match of 2016. Go right to the beginning of the translated era and watch from there on. I do not suggest this for most though, as the only really important thing to happen in this year is the creation of Queen's Quest. So while you could watch all of 2016 to see the partnership and connection between Io Shirai and Mayu Iwatani, I don't believe it's purely necessary. Starting here, you will get to see some much more of Kairi Sane and Yoko Bito, two people no longer in Stardom but were pretty important to the company. Kairi more so than Yoko Bito though. This suggestion is for the people who want to see everything they can, but want to stick to the mostly relevant stuff. For those that don't want to watch 2 straight years worth of wrestling just to catch up, this is a good compromising spot for you. This is also what I basically did when I just started watching Stardom. Everything that happened before the creation of Queen's Quest, while important, does not affect your ability to understand what's going on in present day. So, for this suggestion, start on the November 11th, 2016 show at Shinjuku Face. This show featured the finals match in the tag league that year. It was between BY-HO, a team of Kairi Hojo and Yoko Bito, versus Thunder Rock, a team of Io Shirai and Mayu Iwatani. This match was the beginning of Queen's Quest. I feel like since Queen's Quest is such an important part of the company right now, if you really want to get the whole backstory and not feel lost when someone talks about a certain event or feud, then this is the best place to start. You will get the full story of the creation of Queen's Quest, the betrayal by Io towards Mayu, the whole feud between Odo Tai and Queen's Quest. If you really start thinking about it, everything that is happening right now can be somehow linked back to the creation of Queen's Quest. 3 of the 4 factions right now most likely wouldn't exist without this event. So while I understand it is a long time to watch to catch up, it's worth it if you want to be in the know while not starting from the very beginning. You will be able to see where a lot of the main players right now were when they were not quite so good. It will help you appreciate how good some of the wrestlers are now when you see how they were in the beginning of their careers. People like Jungle Kiona, Natsuko Tora, Tam Nakano, Ruka, Shiki Shibusawa, Saki Kashima, Azumi, Konami, Momo Watanabe, and Hazuki all progressed so much over 2017 that it's crazy. You will really enjoy seeing everyone progress. Trust me. Some people might not want to go all the way back, so I can show you another good spot to join in. Currently, there are 4 factions running wild in Stardom. If you don't want to go back to the creation of Queen's Quest, this would be a good alternative. The Stardom Draft basically shook up all of the teams, having members be swapped or drafted into different factions. The Stardom Draft took place on April 15th, 2018 at Shinkaba. This event could really be looked at like a soft reboot of the company, establishing 3 main factions and being the event that causes the 4th to be created. You do miss out on a lot of the build-up for the feud between Odo Tai and a lot of the progress for the main roster. You won't feel too lost for the most part, but I will warn you, starting here will leave you scratching your head sometimes. The best thing about starting here is that it is only a couple of months behind, so that you don't have much to catch up on, so you can be up to date like the others more quickly. Starting here, the only big event you won't miss is the creation of John, the 4th main faction in Stardom right now. I only recommend people who are okay with missing most of the stories and events that built the foundation for this current day Stardom. I think at this point it's probably pretty obvious where I would personally recommend someone starting. I feel like the best place to start would either be right on the show where Queen's Quest was started, or a little bit before it, so you can see some of the matches with Io and Mayu being partners to really feel their split. I really think that most of the main feuds and plots can be linked back to Io's betrayal of Mayu. That leads to Mayu now being alone and eventually creating the team Stars. This also causes Momo to turn on Jungle, which frees her up to create Team Jungle, which in turn allows her to be snubbed by Stars and create John. That causes there to be conflict between Stars and John, which in turn leads to Natsuko and Tam having one of the best feuds of the year. This moment was such a catalyst for everything going on right now that it would be crazy to skip it. You wouldn't be completely lost missing these things, but I feel like it would be a huge disservice to you to miss out on it. So there you go. The question most asked by newcomers to the promotion has been answered. Of course, this whole video is trying to simplify something that is much more complex. You could easily recommend starting in many different spots, but I feel like there are only a couple that would really make sense as good introductions to the company and promotion. Hope you liked my video and found it very useful. Maybe if this video can solve the main question to be asked by newcomers, then it will be easier for people to stop worrying and start watching.